Go ahead.
And the high priest Ananias commanded them that stood by him to smite him on the mouth.
Yeah, hit him in his mouth. It's Israel. Smack him in the mouth. Read.
Then said Paul unto him, the Most High shall smite thee.
The Most High gonna smite you. Read.
Thou whited wall, for sittest thou to judge me after the law, and commandest me to be smitten and
contrary
to the law.
You commanded them to hit me in the mouth, which is contrary to the law that we just read. The law. Read.
And they that stood by said, revilest thou God? Revilest thou God's high priest?
So you revile the Most High's high priest? Read.
Then said Paul, I wist not, brethren, that he was the high priest. For it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people.
See? It's written. That's the law. Certain things you're not supposed to do. That's sin. Read.
But when Paul received that the one part were Sadducees,
which is the Sadducees are the real religious leaders. The Pharisees are the ones that's the religious leaders that's dealing with politics, like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. You know, they call themselves reverend, but they still, you know, involved with politics. That's the Pharisees. Read.
And the other Pharisees, he cried out in the council, men and brethren, I am a Pharisee.
He's what?
A Pharisee.
I'm a Pharisee, read.
The son of a Pharisee.
The son of a Pharisee, read.
Of the hope and resurrection of the dead, I am called in question.
That's right. So you know, I'm important too. I have some power too as a Pharisee. You're a Pharisee, Ananias. I'm a Pharisee too. And when he seen that the Sadducees was there, but they didn't believe in the resurrection. So he saw it. That's why he said, you know, in hope of the resurrection of the dead, I am called in question. Go ahead.
And when he had so said, there arose a dissension between the Pharisees and Sadducees, and the multitude was divided.
Go ahead.
For the Sadducees say that there is no resurrection, neither angel nor spirit, but the Pharisees confess both.
Right, so that's the division that they had. Well, he brought that out. That's the telling. He used his wits because he came against them. You know what I mean? To say he know what they believe.
Right.
So he said, "I'm a Pharisee, and y'all don't believe in the resurrection, but I believe in the resurrection." So now they saying, you know, there's a division between them because when he brought that resurrection out, that was something that he knew that both of them couldn't agree on. Y'all want to deal with me, but y'all sitting here, y'all don't even agree with each other, right? You're gonna try to smite me in the mouth, smite them in the mouth when they come against you because you saying that there's no resurrection, and the Pharisees believe that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's look at 2 Peter 2 and 10. 2 Peter 2 and 10. 2 Peter 2 and 10. Read that.
2 Peter chapter 2 verse 10. But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness and despise government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities.
Right, so when you understand what he's saying, he's letting us know about, you know, those that are not in the spirit of how we should be conducting ourselves as a nation. You know, them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, doing things that's abominable, things that are against the law, and despise government. But we had our own government. Presumptuous are they, self-willed, meaning they all conceited. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. That's those that's in charge. Read.
Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Most High.
You hear that? Read that again.
Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might.
So angels is greater in power and might than us in these mortal bodies. It said angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Most High. In the Mashiach, read.
But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
Right. See, a lot of people are speaking, you call them natural brute beasts. You call them beasts, man. Brutish beasts. They made to be taken and destroyed. That's why 2/3 of our people are not going to make it. It don't make no difference if where you at now. You got to endure to the end. You got to change. You got to become a new creature. You got to become better and better and better in this walk as we walk toward the kingdom. He already prepared the kingdom for us. We just got to make sure that we are in the spirit with the Most High and Mashiach Yahushua to get ready for it. Tell them what's going to happen. I mean, I look at some footage, man. They got concentration camps everywhere. At least 800, they said, all over America. And they're gonna be occupied by foreigners that don't care about nobody here. Straight up. Guillotines, thousands and thousands of guillotines. Thousands of guillotines. Furnaces, all them army bases they shut down. Man, we better be ready. That's why we need to be concentrating on how we're gonna come together, how we're gonna be together and not being divided. Because Mashiach Yahushua divided? No, he's not divided. He's not divided. The only way we're going to come together is, I don't know, Mosiah, he start bringing death. That's when, we're going over these laws on Saturday. So we're going over these laws, and that's how you get our attention. So I'm going to see what you're going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to hide my face from you. I'm going to see in your affliction, you're going to seek me early. So that's why it says natural brute beasts, it said made to be taken and destroyed. Speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. Verse 13.
Hi, Mom. What?
And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to ride in the daytime.
Right. See, some people they too quick to cause an uproar when we supposed to be looking at how we're gonna come together in peace, how we're gonna work together, how we're gonna do what we need to do to make it, to prepare ourselves for the kingdom, little by little. It might not be big and huge, but it's still we working to help each other to get to the kingdom. Think on the things of others more than the things of what you have. Some kind of way you got to think about somebody else beside ourselves. You know what I mean? That's what this is all about. The Essenes, who Mashiach Yahushua was, the apostles, the prophets, they were called the Essenes. They was about, hey, you lack, I lack. You need something, it's got to be taken care of. Point blank. That's what the church is about. Church is supposed to be gathering the money to be able to help the people. Anybody supposed to be getting all the money and sticking in the grandstanding. That's wrong. That's wrong. You tell you that I can show you, man. We know over this a lot of times. When you look at, they sold their lands and houses, gave the money to the prophets, to the apostles, and distribution was made as there was a need. That's what it's supposed to be about. Nobody supposed to be suffering, and they suffer, then you're gonna take their money, and then they need something, you're gonna take everything from them, and if come on, man, how you gonna take somebody's pamper, like you got children? How you gonna take what he have and somebody that don't have none? How you gonna do that? That's wrong. That's evil, right? That's just common sense, But when you don't understand that, then you look at that, man. Israel don't care, man. Verse 13 again.
And shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to ride in the daytime. Spots they are and blemishes.
He say spots they are and blemishes, read.
Sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you.
Right. That's letting you know that it's going to be those that's amongst you that's going to be out of it. They're not going to be in the spirit with you while they feast with you. Off. People that's off. Matthew 18 and 10. Matthew 18 and 10.
Matthew chapter 18 verse 10. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones.
Right. And see, what we just went over is someone that's being disloyal or not really true to gang, true to, each other. But it says, what he say? Verse 10?
Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones.
So we can't be, that's why I said you got to look at it. I ain't met nobody like Saul who became Paul. You call on in the name of a Mashiach Yahushua, and you have that spirit, you want to put them to death and have people put to death. and he was converted. That's why we have no reason to be hating on those that's trying to make it to the kingdom. I don't think. You know, unless they done went off and they don't cause offenses and, you know, certain things that happen, you're supposed to be looking at how we gonna build together, work together. Read that again.
Take heed that ye despise not one of these little
I
ones.
take heed that you despise none of these little ones. Read.
For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
Read that again.
Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven.
He said the angels of the little ones are always in the face of the Most High. But remember it said that the angels don't make no accusations against some. They don't make any accusations are not brought against some. But the angels always in the face of these little ones before the Most High. Read.
For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost.
Yeah, the Son of Man, Mashiach Yahushua, is come to save the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doeth he not leave the 99 and goeth into the mountains and seeketh that which is gone astray?
Yeah, you got 100 sheep already, you use one. So they go into the mountain, you leave the 99 and go into the mountain, try and find that one sheep. That one sheep. That's why we go out and we go out and drop the word. If you get one sheep, it's a whole lot of people that come through, right? You get one sheep, there it is. You done what you're supposed to do. You got one sheep that's hearing it, that's hearing the word, that's coming in and learning the truth. Because our people is lost. They lost. Caught up in religion, false education, you name it, it's all backwards. Read.
And if so be that he find it, verily I say unto you, he rejoiceth more of that sheep than of the 99 which went not astray.
That's right. So you get one sheep. I mean, that's what he's still letting you know, like we all in the truth now. We know the truth. We learning the truth. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you got one that's out there that went go astray. That one that you can reach is more important than the 99 because we already know. But that one person, like the brother here, I don't know you, but I you know, welcome. You know what I mean? Everybody else welcome, but I mean, I don't know if you have been learning or not, but he's important. You see what I'm saying? It's very important. Because we already know we Israel, you know what I mean? But you're important. And that's that one sheep, man, because we was lost too. We was lost too. Very much so. You know, we had been out there a long time. But, you know, finally you were called in. And that's what it's about, man. And welcome, everyone, you know. Jump to verse 6.
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones,
So you offend one of these little ones, read.
which believe in me,
Which believe in a Mashiach Yahushai, Bahasham Mashiach Yahushai, read.
it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
Wow, it's been better for him that a millstone, a big boulder, were hanged about his neck and he was drowned in the depth of the sea. Because, you know, like he told, he said with Judas Iscariot, it's better for him not to have been born to go against the Mashiach Yahushua. Somebody had to do it. But that's the spirit that was in him that he chose the right person to do it because that's the spirit that was in him. Like everybody got a certain spirit that he'll cause you to do whatever you're gonna do. And it ain't because you over righteous or you over much wicked, because Job was righteous. And the Most High said Satan on him. So it ain't like you can't look at because this happened or that happened. The Most High use people as an example. Like Job was an example for us. You know what I mean? He was righteous, perfect, upright. Most High said Satan on him. So how you consider my servant Job? That he's a righteous man, you know, in so many words. I mean, come on. And eschew evil, sent Satan after him. Just an example for us now. What did Job do? His wife said, "Curse the Most High and die." I'll give you another man. Because she couldn't marry unless he died.
Right.
That's the law. You bound to your husband until he died. So she told to curse the Most High and die because he done vexed his body and took all his riches. Come on, is that why she was there? But he didn't get rid of him. he still had to deal with that woman.
Yeah.
She had more children and all that. But Most High blessed him, you know. He stayed fast, man. Steadfast with the Most High. He didn't deviate. You know.
Pick the right one.
Yeah. So give me Matthew 10 and 32. Matthew 10 and 32. This is very important that we look at what he's saying. He's gonna have examples too, but read this.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 32.
Right.
Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
Right. So he said, whosoever will confess of Mashiach Yahushua